What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And right now we're going to be talking about the weekly wild cards and how you can get that Drake London super cheap. Now remember, the cards themselves are relatively cheap already, so you don't have to really worry about the price being crazy. If you were one of the unlucky people that actually bought him when he was like 1.6 when he first dropped, I don't know if I want to say I feel sorry for you, because I always tell you guys to wait. It is a set card, and honestly, EA Sports did say that they were going to make him 6'5". He was 6'4" the last I checked, but we're going to be taking a look at that. Also, these free rewards that you're getting from the competitive pass, we're going to talk about some of these as well. I don't know if you guys are looking to upgrade any of these players or whatever the situation is, but even if you're not looking to do that, you can easily go ahead and just use these guys for training. All right, do you want to upgrade your squad? Do you want to Marshawn Lattimore? Stuff like that. These are the fantasy packs that you get from this week's competitive pass. So make sure that you're engaging with that actual field pass, because this is going to benefit you tremendously. Now, again, these don't go into the set because they're B&Ds. So all you can get is 8250 training. I don't really care for the card. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that and just, keep it moving. But it's just something that I wanted to show you, because as we grind through to get the Gronkowski, I get a tremendous amount of questions about, is there anything new? Are we leveling up? Like, what's going on? What is the next best thing to do? And like I said, every 2 weeks when they do this, it's very important that you pay attention to the hidden XP behind the coins. And I think you get one more 50k XP, and then pretty much after that you get another 25 for what's left for me. Always review your field pass on a daily basis, because it's not only about the free card that you get as far as the elite rewards, but it's more about the actual XP itself. So always review these things. The playoffs part 3 will be dropping Thursday. Make sure you look out for that. We have upgraded Gronk, and as far as the dailies go, you should be at about 13 days. So in 2 more days, you'll get another 30,000 XP. Now on to the weekly wild card. Number 1, you can actually get that card for free. Actually, any of the 96s, the Drake London and the other cards that they released for the wildcard weeklies, you can easily pull them if you're one of those lucky dudes that always do it. So it looks like every week they're going to give you an option for 87 plus overall B&D weekly wildcard fantasy pack. It's already been confirmed. You can pull the highest overall for the week, because I've already seen the pictures of it. So am I that lucky? No. I had a choice of 2 87s, and I almost threw up in my mouth. But just letting you guys know, you are able to go ahead and do that. And the challenges themselves are not really involved. It's arcade mode. You should be able to handle it relatively easy without any issue. All right? Now, let's go over to the set pieces. Oh, wait, before we do that, the weekly wildcards pack, these packs are garbage. I would be very, very careful in trying to deal with that right now and gamble with it. I think that EA Sports may end up giving us a training reroll eventually, because this program is supposed to be going on for a very long time. So, maybe not this week, but it will be something that they bring up. But as far as packs that you can buy for now with coins without spending money, I bought a few of these. They were all garbage. I did get a few 90s, but as I'm going to show you in a second, it really doesn't benefit you as much. Although I did do the set, and eventually I rage sold Drake London. But that's a whole other story. Like, we're gonna get to that in a second. I rage sold them already. Make sure you subscribe to GmiasWorld Gaming and GmiasWorld Sports. You're gonna find out exactly why we got rid of this guy. Simply put, the dude is not what we thought he was, and EA Sports pretty much, I don't know what the whole situation was about him being 6'5", but they actually made the card 6'4", and he plays like a 6'4" card. So that doesn't really benefit us. Now, let's get over to the sets over here. I'm gonna, pretty much give you like a brief attribute list of him and see what's going on with him. You can see clearly right now he still shows that he is 6'4". We were told that he would be 6'5". EA, it's not the first time that they lied to us, so it's kind of like, do we want to go through this abusive relationship? Yes, please, sign me up, because they're going to do whatever they want to do to me anyway, and it is what it is. So, when you get that sprinter card, he jumps to a 99 XL, and if you're on, obviously, a Falcons theme team, he's a 98 speed. Is it something that you should think about doing? Going ATL? Michael Vick, you got Drake London, you got a few other dudes that are pretty decent as well. I think, Gonzalez. You got some solid players there. In my opinion, I still believe with all of what they're dropping that the Legends theme team is still the best. Okay, I really do believe that. If you want to go another route, that is fine. But again, I will tell you this, he will burn you for 6. The problem is, if you go for those jump passes, he's not exactly, Calvin Johnson. The height makes a huge difference with, Harold Carmichael, Parham, even Gronkowski at 6'6". You can see the difference with the elevation. So with this video, it's not only about getting Drake London cheap, Alex Highsmith, Christian Wilkins, and also Josh Johnson, who has a ton of teams that he played for. So you will have a fun time with him. I'm not sure about his release though, if that's gonna work for you guys. I'm still staying with the Steve Young. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do to kind of, to make sure you get him cheap, you're gonna wanna see what's going on with these weekly fantasy pack. Now, to make 93s, it's actually, it's kind of ridiculous because the 90s were going for about 20K when I did the set earlier. Let's see what they are now, 22. So if you want to start from the 87s, the problem is this, right? You're going to have to, in order to make the 93s, you're going to have to play around with this. Now, I don't really want any of you guys selling your 80s and your 84s yet because we're still waiting for the dominant promo, which is probably going to be Team Diamonds. So I'm showing it to you, but you do not have to do this. And also, remember, they're going to drop something to help with these sets eventually. Probably, like I said, a training reroll for the weekly wild card. So something may happen, or they may just do TVP again. But this is the way that I did it early to complete the set for very, very cheap because we already have the cards in our binder. So it's easy when you're doing it like that. But at the same time, I don't want you guys getting rid of all your stuff. And then now you're just like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Once they drop the promo and then you got to use these same cards for whatever reason, everything is going to go back up. It's not going to stay the way that it is right now. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that. Now, the 87s are also pretty cheap, okay? If you wanted to make a ton of 90s, all right, and just sell the 90s at 20K a pop, this mathematically wouldn't really work out because the 87s were going for about 8, 10K. So mathematically, it doesn't make any sense. But again, if you've been buying the packs that I showed you earlier and you just want to use the sets to go ahead and make the cards, if that's something that you choose to do, that's fine. But the way that it's set up, it's still like a really bad, it went down 2K to 62. It's still really bad because regardless of how you do it, it's going to work out to be the same thing, or you're going to take a slight loss with the way the market is right now. Because 6 times 4 is 24,000, and I just showed you it's about 22K if you just buy the 90. So you always want to make sure that you're evaluating the set pieces and you're looking at the card value, and then do what works for you. Because honestly, with the way that this first part of the launch is, this is not where you're going to make your coins. Stackpiling them and holding on to these cards, that's how you're going to do it. And also, I wanted to show you that because some of them are actually cheaper than others, but all the 87s you could pretty much put into those sets to make the 90s. So ultimately, it's 24K per 90, all right? And you need a certain amount of 90s to complete the Drake London set. In order to get them, I'll show you guys what's going on inside his set, and then you need the 93s. Now, the 93s are going for about 80 to 100K. Depending on how you snipe, 80 to 100K is where it is. So right now you see it listed as 95. You can easily find that from 80 to 100K at a random time if you just lurk and stuff like that. So theoretically, let's just say, you do it that way, you're looking at about 460K right now for his card. As the cards get better, as the overalls go up, you're gonna still have these same cards that are in your binder that you can use in sets to make better choices for the cards. And remember, they all have the same thing. So it's not all about Drake London. You can do it this way for any of them. But I would prefer that you hold on to the cards as opposed to just outright utilizing them unless you really want the card for your theme team, and just understanding the basis of how we're going to move as the promo goes forward. Okay, so if you have any other questions about it, you want to know more about it, check out GmiasWorld Sports. You're gonna see what's going on with the gameplay of Drake London. Yes, I had to raid sell him, but you're gonna find out why. I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.